Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Douglas Tilla Jamali. I'm the infamous Doctor Who. I am here in San Francisco in this is the SpaceTime Navigators Diary. It's here where I am whenever I get an opportunity when I'm speaking to the universe about concerns, what's going on here in the human race. I am going to try the best I can to record them. So right now we're talking that they're in and about like I said, one of these one-sided conversations there with the universe. You may or may not be able to hear the other side, but you definitely can hear me. So as I go on here, we're talking about what's going on with smallpox and what's going on again with my friends. So the concern right now is, as I understand it, that the smallpox it has been released and it's out there. And it's still not been verified, but I have shown at least one park, which I shall take a picture of here and here. Okay, so we'll determine whether if more parks start to show up, that will determine whether or not the culture was indeterminate. So the out in the East Coast, it's been said that there is an outbreak, and their concern was that when that outbreak came out, in order to hide and justify a nuclear attack to San Francisco, where they came here and put smallpox upon me, so that they could then, with the outbreak there, say we can send a nuclear weapon to San Francisco to stop the contagion from spreading. So we're sitting here talking about this right now, and I just want to make sure everyone, the human race, I stopped our conversation with that there, of course, the universe, to make sure that this recording could happen. Okay. And I'm going to pause each time until we start talking again. Okay, just stop the contagion from spreading. I have been educated in the arena of biological warfare to the highest orders of the U.S. military and the world's Center of Disease Control education in and about what is to be done and if anything is to be done if there is ever an outbreak of contagion. Within that being said, I have all of America, in a sense, set up in quarantine blocks in which, through the highway system of America, I'm able, if there is an outbreak, to quarantine certain arenas and then go into those certain arenas as long as I can get in there before the contagion spreads to an epidemic. With the use there of a specially designed ambulance so that they are and the drivers are freed from contagion and to carrying thereof by an isolation. There will be a driver and a passenger from the containment of the patient. So with those, I also have about 1,100, in a sense, mothball fleet of very, very large container ships that are being used as medical ships. So these, how many are there? 1,800. And they all sit outside offshore of America waiting for, and they are all supplied with medical equipment that would help in the aid of the containment if there is an epidemic outbreak. So those 1,800 ships are also accompanied by a set of 700 what are known as gold submarines that I built of 71 feet long, which have dual 5,000 horsepower steam locomotive engines, so that they can get to any place in the world really, really, really quickly. And as a fleet of 700 of them in command thereby, just me, to any arena in which I can pick up to, right? 10,000 in total with the 700 in isolation there and with medical equipment to ferry them to and from the medical ships out there with these submarines, which can underwater can go 65 knots, and on the surface maybe as high as, I haven't taken them up there, as high as 100 knots. There's no reason to ever go that fast. So, with that being said, we can reach anywhere in the world, and with that contagion outbreak, pick up to 10,000 and ferry them to the medical ships that are en route to wherever the contagion may be, very, very, very quickly, not having to wait for the sluggishness of the container ships with the submarines. As well as the submarines are all headless. And if anyone has ever played the game Warcraft, their navigation and helmsmanship is done through a Warcraft interface of those 700 ships, allowing me with just one laptop, without even being on them, move those ships to anywhere in the world to pick up without that fear of contagion spread. No one's on them; they're headless, and as well they are have a maximum of 12. Uh, uh, they will hold a maximum of 12 comfortably in that there of contagion spread. Watch out. There you go. So with that being said, I'm sitting here with the world in the absolute disgust that the United States of America has deprived me of my asset and of such assets, and has fired upon 300 of those 700 hospital ships. Okay. What's going on here? Oh, fuck me. Stop recording on me. This is fucking bullshit here. Oh, fuck me. Some kind of ad came in and it turned my shit off. Uh, it took over my fucking program. Oh, it's still recording. What are we on? 7 minutes, 65 seconds. With that being said, I want to make sure that the United States of America understands my position here. That with you ignoring me and the universe who can come to your aid with attacks upon me, it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. You understand? So I'm gonna catch 22. Now that I possibly may have contagion, and again, the government is in the opinion of that once the contagion is out there, that there's nothing we can do about it. We're all gonna die, and so this is why bother. Okay, which is total utter bullshit. In that thereof, I am one of the first survivors thereof of contagion, the outbreak of smallpox. Because everybody else perished because they didn't do anything about it. If you left and left you there to die, doesn't mean that there couldn't have been further survivors. However, they couldn't risk that contagion spread off world without there me going back in there and trying to figure out what's going on. So I want to send this up to the American people and the world's people to make sure you understand that I am with the universe here in a complete utter awe of the ignoring thereof a biological war outbreak, of which I have documented both in the arena of both nuclear, antimatter, chemical, and of course biological, and as well as biological with the use there of non-indigenous parasitical life forms. These non-indigenous parasitical life forms are from the genetic labs there of Armageddon. And they're designed so that once they spread, they go out there and they have a time release neurotoxin. They go out there and they spread across the populace and they bite you. And when they bite you, they release you're injected with a Armageddon neurotoxin in time release mechanism that's on demand, meaning that they deploy this into a populace and everyone gets finally bitten. And when everyone is finally bitten and the contagion and the biological outbreak has bitten everybody, they just say die, bugs just say die, and everybody just falls over dead all at once. And as I said, these are the biological labs there of Armageddon. So I want to make sure that the United States of America understands what I am fighting here, and that the United States government and others are re-entering into Armageddon by going into that there of the ancient cemeteries of Armageddon and retrieving artifacts that will destroy us all. And I will discuss those artifacts later. Once again, I'm going to send this out right now. I'll be recording again today live at Union Square on a SpaceTime Navigators Guild information. I hope you've heard of it.